This is your Mustang Story. We're going to start today out in the wild, wild west, where both kinds of Mustangs roam. We're going to meet with a very interesting lady. She's Linda Wheeler. She is the original owner of a 1964 and a half convertible that is still appearing and winning at shows today. But some of the adventures along that long trail are what we'll dive into in our first interview on the first episode of your Mustang Story. I'm in New Mexico, central New Mexico, on the windswept plains of the eastern half, just barely, more central New Mexico. And the rolling hills are absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I get to sit with a first-gen original owner. I'm with Linda Wheeler, just north of Edgewood, New Mexico. I met Linda as part of the Rio Grande Mustang Club, which I'm a board member of. And at the show, I heard her explain that she was the original owner of this absolutely beautiful Mustang convertible, and that it runs, it drives, it works just like new, and you've had it for all these years.
Yes.
Linda, where are you from?
Originally Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Just outside of Ann Arbor, a little town called Northville.
That would explain the Michigan sweatshirt you're wearing today.
I think so. I'm
Go blue,
proud
I
of
think
that.
is your theme. I shouldn't tell you I'm from Ohio.
Well,
but
we'll talk when it's basketball time.
There we go.
Okay.
So how did you find yourself from Michigan to New Mexico?
My husband at the time went to work for Upjohn Pharmaceutical Company. They sent us, our first place was Farmington, New Mexico. And my youngest son was 6 months old. And I looked out the window and there was 50 miles away was Shiprock. And the newspaper was stating that the pony pack was coming to Farmington, New Mexico. Well, I always wanted a Mustang, and I had $500, and I went down to the dealership in Farmington, and the name of it was Four Corners Ford, and they didn't have the car yet, but I said, I'd like to put a deposit on the Mustang. I have $500, that's it for right now, and I want a red one. And he laughed, and he said, lady, we're going to be lucky to get in. We're getting one car. One car is to go to each dealership. They were all to be on the showroom floor the same day, and that was the grand opening for the Mustang. And I said, well, no matter what the color is, I want to do it. And he said, well, I don't know if I can do that, but I think I will. My father worked for Ford Motor in Michigan at the valve plant, so I was an avid Ford fan. And sure enough, he called me and he said, it's here and it's desert sand. And can you come today? And I said, watch me. I pulled into the dealership with a navy blue Oldsmobile that brought us from Michigan and walked in, and there she was.
Wow.
Desert sand, pony pack with everything on it, including the tack. And seat belts were available at that time, not mandatory. And I believe they were something like $7.50.
$7.50.
50 cents, yes, sir.
Extra.
Yes. I have the original bill of sale, and I paid $3,491.61. What was fun is there's a nameplate on the dashboard with my name on it. And everyone that bought the original car from that dealership got that name tag. And believe me, I've had a ball with it, from Farmington to Shiprock, with the getting stuck out there with a standard poodle in the middle of nowhere.
Tell us about that memory of your Mustang travels.
Oh boy, where do I start? Okay, looking at Shiprock out the window, I thought, I gotta go. Well, our neighbor said, well, your husband's out of town. Your 5-year-old is in school. I'll take care of the baby and pick up Scott and go and have a good time. So Andre, who was a big poodle, sat in the front seat with his fur flying through the wind.
What color was he?
He was white.
He was a white poodle.
Yeah.
On your parchment interior.
You got it. And we'd go by someplace and where people would stop at a stop sign or whatever in Albuquerque or Farmington or wherever. And they'd say, oh, it's a dog. And I'd say, well, thank you very much. Oh, no, lady. But anyway,
We'll be back with Linda Wheeler, original owner of the first Mustang in Northwest New Mexico, in just a moment.
Ford, it's a whole new thing. It's what's happening. It's a going thing. Ford, it's the way to swing. Go and have your fling. It's a going thing. Ford, filled with better ideas. They flew, they grew, they flew that far. Has a better idea. Ford, it's a going thing.
Mustang, the car that turned on 2 million people in record time. Not about to change its ways. Only Mustang tops a Mustang.
Now, more of your Mustang story.
Farmington was fun. A lot of adventures. Mesa Verde with the Mustang going and looking at all the ruins. But my fondest memory in Farmington with the Mustang and Andre was going to see Shiprock, which was 50 miles away. We pull out, head over, and I'm enchanted by this rock.
That is a landmark in New Mexico, and it really does stand for the Navajo Nation as a symbol.
I got so enchanted, I pulled off the road as an ignorant driver and sunk immediately in the sand.
Oh, my.
And I thought, what am I going to do? Well, there was no phones for help. So I opened the back trunk and there was an army shovel and a rug, and I dug it, backed up, and made it out of the hole. And I looked up and there were 3 Navajos there, sitting there. And I thought, shame on them for not helping. And one of the Navajo men said, we're very proud of you. You took it by the reins, and would you come to some of our ceremonies, which I did.
Wow, that's very...
Sand paintings and the hogans, all kinds of wonderful stuff. They used Andre's fur to make rugs. I was a little concerned about that at first, but he survived. And then traveling all over with the Mustang, whether it was Denver, Colorado Springs, up by Breckenridge, Santa Fe, you name it. And I took the Mustang up to Santa Fe with my little boy. I wanted to go to the Governor's Inn. So I pull up and everybody's asked, where did you get that car? And I would share. But this lady walked up to me and my son had golden blonde hair. And she said, my, what beautiful hair. And he was 3. He said, thank you very much. And she said, besides that, he's got good manners. She said, would you like to join me for lunch? It was Georgia O'Keeffe.
Oh, my goodness.
So that Mustang has taken me to many adventures and many more to come. But our club out here, the people are great. The enthusiasm's here. I'm so grateful.
So you've bought your Mustang new on the first Mustang day from the Ford Four Corners Ford, and then you've taken it to Shiprock, which gave you an entree into the Navajo Nation.
Indeed.
And I see you looking around your home, there are so many beautiful artifacts from the Navajo Nation and other tribes here that it's just amazing. Then, by happenstance, your Mustang brought you to lunch with Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yes.
Now, I know that our listening audience is worldwide, but I want them to take a moment and really appreciate that in the southwestern part of the United States, these are major people and landmarks. We're going to embark on many adventures with the club as part
Absolutely.
of the Mustang Club of America. And Linda, I just want you to know we're really excited to have you along with us.
Oh, thank you. The adventure is every day. You open the door, you meet new people, but the secret word is Mustang. When they see that car, it doesn't matter what age they are, they go, oh, what, do you want to sell it? I said, no, not yet. So instead of the little old lady from Pasadena, I'm the little old lady from Edgewood, New Mexico.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing this time with us.
Thank you, Bob. And I hope the people that are listening realize this is a joy, and we need more joy in our life right now.
If you want to know why we created Your Mustang Story, Linda Wheeler is a really great example. Your Mustang Story will be right back.
Mustang, the original. Mustang, 3 new ways to answer the call of Mustang. Start with the new Mustang 2+2 Fastback, molded for motion. This one is designed to be designed by you. Mustang's optional new tilt-away steering wheel leaps aside to let you out or in. It also adjusts to 9 different driving positions. Now, here's the new Mustang hardtop. Longer, with a wider grip on the road. Choose the 6 or any of 4 V8s. And the new Mustang convertible, with new features like turn indicators recessed in the hood. Answer the call of Mustang, the original and still the lowest priced car of its kind. You're ahead in a Ford all the way.
Now, more of Your Mustang Story. The Your Mustang Story travel guide is a glimpse into places we think you'd like to visit that are Mustang related. We're staying in New Mexico today. It's our home base after all, and giving you some insight into a cafe just north of Route 66 in Albuquerque called the Mustang Cafe. It's embedded in the Rich Ford dealership at Lomas and Wyoming Boulevards. And we're going to talk to Mike, the proprietor of the Mustang Cafe. Mike, how did you become proprietor of the Mustang Cafe?
Well, my sister and I were down at the Post 99 working there, and Dennis Snyder and Mike Blair went in there.
They belong to Rich Ford.
They belong to Rich Ford, yes, and they have a little cafe upstairs, and they were looking for someone to run it. So my sister said, sure. So she got up there and ran it, and I helped her out. And then all of a sudden, Rich Ford decided to make a nice big dealership, and they made a nice big cafe. And it's called the Mustang Cafe. It's gorgeous, and we've been here now 16 years downstairs.
First, the food is top drawer.
Oh, thank you.
And affordable. It's wonderful, comfortable atmosphere.
Yes.
And the Rio Grande Mustang Club and the Thunderbird Club and the old Model A Club,
Yes.
all the clubs come to have their meetings here.
Yes, they do. In fact, all our food is homemade. My mother taught us how to make the green chili, red chili, beans, rice. So we're continuing it here at this little restaurant.
What are your favorite things to make?
Tacos. I love tacos.
I think we all do.
Yep, tacos.
You always get an itch on Tuesday for some
Oh,
reason.
yes.
You are also a Mustang owner.
Yes, I am.
Let's talk about that, because it's a cute little number sitting out front, painted
Yes.
in red with white stripes.
Yes,
I think you might call it a Shelby.
it is. Yes.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your Mustang journey.
Okay, my Mustang journey was that some young lady owned it, and it was sitting there in the showcase, and I kept bugging Mr. Dennis Snyder that I wanted it. And I told him it'd be the restaurant's Mustang. And he gave me a real good price since I'm have it here parked in front of the Mustang Cafe. And let me tell you, she runs beautiful.
It's a beautiful Shelby
Yes,
GT500.
yes, Cobra.
From what year?
A 2014 has a 5.8 in it.
Nice. Manual, automatic.
6 feet on the floor.
Nice.
Young lady changed all the pulleys. She changed the intake, and that baby runs.
Awesome.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I have breakfast here every Saturday morning, and Mike has a really great green chili croissant with egg and sausage or bacon, whatever you want. And so if you are coming through New Mexico on Route 66, be sure to come north on Wyoming Boulevard to Lomas Boulevard, and Rich Ford, the dealership, will be right there. And at the end of the dealership is the Mustang Cafe. You can't help but notice that there's a little Mustang sticking out of the wall above the front door. So we invite you all to come down to
Yes.
the Mustang Cafe, meet Mike, the family, and all the Mustangers from the region. Thanks for being on, Mike.
Oh, no, thank you, sir. And our hours are from 7 to 3 on weekdays and 7 to 2 on Saturdays, and we serve breakfast all day long.
It's a great place. Thanks for being on, Mike.
Well, thank you, sir.
We'll catch you next Saturday.
You got it. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the end of the first episode of Your Mustang Story. And if you're listening this long, you probably have a Mustang story too. If you are someone with your own Mustang story or know someone who has an interesting Mustang story to tell, let us know at contact@yourmustangstory.com. We'll do our best to bring you podcasts worth listening to. Your Mustang Story is a production of Spirited USA LLC, all rights reserved. The views and opinions expressed on Your Mustang Story are solely those of the participants and do not necessarily represent Spirited USA or its sponsors. Send questions and comments to contact@yourmustangstory.com. And please like, follow, and subscribe everywhere you find us. Thanks.